This is the craft for our rescue mission. There's nothing too interesting to note here, except the fact that we have Mark 1 command pod and Mark 1 inline cockpit. Suppose we do need some monopropellant, but I don't think we're gonna need it, to be honest, so might just take these off, because we only really need to get close enough for our Jebediah to EVA and escape. So now I have an orbit that is slightly below my ship, so set it as target. I also want to switch to this ship just to quadruple check that yes, this is the one that I want to rescue. So because I'm closer to Kerbin than the ship, I'm actually faster than it. So it's kind of unfortunate that it's a little bit behind me. So we're gonna time warp until I am behind the ship. Go ahead and quick save. Okay, there's our closest approach, it looks like. Let's go to approach info. So you can see that here intersect is about 1.8 kilometers, so maybe try and mess with this a little bit. So let's open the maneuver node again. And we're looking at this intersect, so we turn down the scale. This scale here allows you to make finer adjustments. So maybe we change the time. That helps a little bit. Does normal do anything? Yep, normal helps a little bit. Or that's radial. Okay, let's try to fiddle with the time. Or the point along our orbit, sorry, I should say time. Okay, that helps a lot. And I wish I could like focus on the intersection. We can zoom in a little bit, see what's happening here. Now I can't mess with my maneuver node, so let's just fiddle with these. Okay, the normal is kind of helping. Maybe go even finer scale. There we go. Getting into the 900s now. Maybe even smaller scale? No. Okay, we're at 705. Kind of just fiddling with. Down to 600. I think that's good enough. We're gonna have to do a mid-course correction burn, because we're not gonna get this first burn perfect. But let's go ahead and time warp a little bit. So again, it's because we're closer, it's when we eventually catch up that we want to speed up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and save before we do this. Again, this only takes 34 delta V, so we should be fine on the delta V front. Let's make sure we are aligned. So our intersection is 9.1 kilometers, burn a little bit more. Now we're at 1.6. Our relative speed is only 33 meters per second, which is really good. Again, that's because it's because our orbits are so close together. Trying to get this. Trying to get this intersect closer, but then nothing's really. There we go. Looks like a radial might take us all the way. We just weren't angled correct, maybe. doing some normal at slowerness. Back to radial. Yeah, time doesn't really affect us that much. Okay, let's keep going normal. Try some radial. Okay, 300 meters is pretty good. So let's try and get to that maneuver node. Or can we even see our target yet? No. Let's go ahead and save. So this is going to be a close adjustment, so I'm honestly just probably going to watch this intersect. So what's our goal? We're trying to get to 271. Might honestly lower the thrust limiter on this. Let's go ahead and save. Okay, kind of overdid it a little bit. Let's turn back around. Okay, 200. So now we can switch to target mode. So this will show 2 new indicators. This will wait till we're closer to our target before we start talking about that. So now we are close to our closest approach. So there's our target. So this indicator is we are pointing at our target. This indicator is pointing away. So we essentially want to line up our retrograde and this indicator because it makes sense, you know. We want to be traveling towards the target and we're pointing away. So show what that looks like. If we just do a little burn here, it pushes the retrograde that way. That's what we want. So pushing it that way, see it is lowering our distance at intersect. See, it's going down even more, down to 100 meters. And we're at 16 meters intersect. So we're going to get closer to our, oh, well, time warp a little bit crazy. That's why you always save, in case you accidentally zip past what you're doing. Okay. So we basically want to point away from our target. And lower our speed relative to our target. Again, kind of pushing the retrograde. So now let's just burn retrograde, slow down relative to our target. So now you see we're moving at 6 meters per second. Could go down even slower. Again, push the retrograde towards this marker. You see your intersect will go down. Kind of overshot it a little bit, but There we go. So now we're moving at 2 meters per second. And we are approaching our target. So I'm thinking once we get close, we want to just slow down to 0 meters per second. Okay, now we are definitely close enough so we can use our boosters here. So now we're at 0 meters per second. Now we can switch to the rescue ship. If I can... guess let's go to the tracking station and switch because they're so close, it's hard to click. So Kerbin Relay Network ship. Let's fly. And here you can see there's our rescue craft. So Jebediah. Let's just let him let go. Hopefully he didn't knock the orbit too out of sync with the other relays. Now we can just fly old Jebediah over here. So yeah, Valentina's in there, so we gotta go here. Where is the... should have done this. No, we are on the light, it's just the way it's rotated. Oh, there's the hatch. And board. So now we have successfully evacuated. So now, just to make sure we don't collide into the rescue craft, we can, guess, just burn normal. So goodbye, rescue craft. And we can burn retrograde. And we'll drop our periapsis. Nice. Let's go ahead and save in case we want to adjust our reentry if for some reason we don't survive. Stage. Now there's nothing else to do but head on down. Did we actually make a milestone? Yeah, we've performed a rendezvous. We've performed crew transfer. So we actually got some science from that. And let's go ahead and see if we live.